Okay, family. I have 5 unique fragrances in my collection that I feel another house hasn't copied, right? Because, a lot of times you buy all these colognes that it's like copying one another. Some of these, if one makes it famous, someone else does it their way. But I have 5 colognes here that I feel that another like big house hasn't copied for themselves. It's just in that house, and I have 5 of them for you. And I really like these. I'm gonna get the one out the way that's famous already, right? And these are the 5 I'm gonna show you, right? You got Fihad from Kajal, Bracken Man from Amouage, Deep Forest from Mansera. You have Zerfino. I want you to see this, guys. Zerfino from Zerjov, Fahrenheit, La Parfum, and let's get rolling, guys. So we're gonna get the one that's obvious out the way, the Fahrenheit Parfum, right? Now listen, guys. I know everybody speaks about this. I know everybody's like, bah, 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 but listen, this works. It's good. It may not be for everybody, right? But that's what makes it unique, right? The uniqueness factor. This is unique. You're never gonna smell another fragrance house making this same fragrance. So when you put it on, someone else can't really replicate unless they have the same one you have on. And that's a good thing. And another thing about this fragrance, even though I know it's hyped up and spoke about, but you just can't walk into Macy's and buy this, right? You got to go online. So if people are not, looking at reviewers or TikTok or whatever, and they're not really into the game, they're really not going to have this, guys. Because they're going to, even if they see it, they're going to think it's the same Fahrenheit and not probably buy it. You get it? So this is definitely a great cop, a good buy. I've never seen it in a department store, so maybe I'm wrong, but I've never seen it personally. Great pickup, unique, gasoline, violet, rum, suede. Like, this is something you really don't get in other fragrances, So the uniqueness is here. Now, maybe it's gotten overhyped, but this has a uniqueness, guys. Let's get on to the next one. So, from the house of Zerjov, like I already showed you guys, Zerfino, right? So the reason why I put this fragrance here is because the honey in here, for me, to my liking, is to die for. This honey is immaculate, man. This is one of the best honey fragrances I've smelled. Now, am I going to tell you it's the best in the world? I would not tell you that, guys. All right? I'm not going to sit here and lie to you and tell you it's the best in the world. But what I would say is that this is a very unique honey that's not in no other fragrance, right? It's just like Naxos, right? You don't really smell Naxos nowhere else. The one thing you compare Naxos to is discontinued. So no one got it. So you have to put Naxos on to smell like Naxos, right? So that honey in Naxos is in here. And that honey alone, to me, is better than the tobacco note. Man, this is a slep. This is a creeper no one speaks about. Yo, you put this on, no one's going to have this, guys. Nobody. No one speaks about this. This is a unicorn, a stash, and this is a monster, too. It lasts forever. All these fragrances right here all last. They're all strong. 10 plus hours on skin. The weakest one is Fahrenheit, 8 to 10 hours. So think about that. And maybe Fahrenheit gives you more, 10 to 12. Everybody's different. I just try to make it as safe as possible. I know pretty much on everybody's skin you're going to get 8 to 10 hours because it's a strong fragrance, Fahrenheit. But before we go to the next one, like I said, the honey note here, guys, and you get this for a really good price, guys. You won't get jerked on the price either, man. Buy a tester. You get this for a good price. Sometimes you find them for $100. Check this out. So the next fragrance I have is from Mansera, and it's called Deep Forest. Now, Deep Forest is pretty much what the name says. I can't really get it to focus on it. There you go. Oh, for a second. Well, Deep Forest. So, what makes this so unique, right? The name says it all, but it takes a while to get to know this one. Because it's dirty, it's fresh, it's grassy, it's green, it's dark green. It's like soil, but not fecal. And I wouldn't say like dirt. It just has like like imagine if rain was falling on the grass, the dirt and the grass mixed. But it has a cleanness, a freshness to it. It wants to get dirty, but it has a lot of flowers, like the forest. And the flowers keep this fragrance from ever going dirty on you. This is a really, really complicated fragrance, man. And, if you're into complicated fragrances, if you like fragrances like this, I would tell you this. I did a full review on it, but I also would tell you this. It only costs $70 on Joma Shop. So the ratio risk to reward isn't that bad. And 12 hours, 10, 12 hours on skin, monster. Clothes. You know how that goes. Another unique fragrance in my collection that I really, like none of these, I don't smell them anywhere. This is Amouage. This is called Bracket Man. Now, this one, you're going to get this cleanness, this patchouli, cloves. But, it took me like 2 years to like this fragrance. When I bought it, I didn't understand it. My nose wasn't ready. I picked it up about a year and something ago. I had my collection for a while. And, man, I love this fragrance. And, this is something that is unique, different. You're going to stand out. You're going to smell good because the patchouli here gets chocolatey. It's a little green. It's green. It's fresh, but it's different. And different is good, guys. Another one, 10 to 12 hours. This is another beast mode fragrance here, guys. Definitely like great fragrance. But I would tell you that it took me like 2 years or a year and a half to like this. Like when I picked it up, sprayed it. When I sprayed it, I couldn't really smell. I don't understand the fragrance. But now I do. And let me tell you something. If you know, you know. It just takes time sometimes. The nose needs to grow, and that's a come. I didn't come out with a China right away. I sat back and really did my homework. Now, another fragrance they never speak about and it's from the House of Kajal. And these are the silver caps. You see these? They never speak about these, and these are the most underrated gems, man. Fihad. Now, if you like leather and amber, man, these are one of the best, man. One of the best leather amber fragrances you can get. It's unique. Nothing smells like it. People are going to find you appealing, attractive. But I'm not saying this is oud of greatness, attractiveness, but not everything is about that. This is a very manly smell, office friendly. Like, this is a great fragrance. This leather and amber is slept on. There's nothing else in my collection that even remotely smells like this, unless it's from the silver caps. The other one, I'll talk about that one, and that's also unique because they're both still not the same. But this Fahad is sexy, it's nice, and to be honest, it is beast mode. 12 to 14 hours on skin. This sucker right here, powerful, guys. And maybe you pay $100 for this, 110. All these fragrances right here, guys, if you look at it at the right time, you get a great deal. Like this Fahrenheit, you could get anywhere from 1 to like 125. This Zarfinov, you get it anywhere from 100 to like $150, depending if you buy full packaging or tester. Deep Forest is $70 regular, probably testers like $60. Bracket Man is probably the most expensive one. It's probably like in the 150s to 160s. And if you find a deal, you probably get it for 140. You understand? The Kajals, with this Kajal Fahad, you probably pay like anywhere between 100 and 125 bucks. Now, let's get into the safest ones to you could blind buy, and the ones I would say that you have to just be with caution. So let's go with Fahad. I would say this is a 50-50. If you like leather and amber, it's a blind buy. If you don't, try to get a sample. This one is a definitely, I would say, sample, right? Because it took me like 2 years to like this. So This is a more challenging fragrance, but not in a bad way. It just takes time to understand the notes. So Bracken Man is something I would suggest to sample unless you like the House of Amouage and you're into patchouli. If you love patchouli, you could just buy this. Deep Forest is something that I know it's going to be hard to sample, but if you can sample it, well, no, it shouldn't be hard because they have websites, so this would be pretty easy to sample. I would say try to sample this because it's challenging and it's not for everybody, but I do like it, and if you like that forest, aggressiveness, that darkness, that freshness, that greenness, if you can work with that, a blind buy is only $70. It's not the end of the world if you're already a person that understands notes and you kind of like in the fragrance game. Zerfinov is simple. I think this is a blind buy. But again, you have to like honey. If you like honey, this is a blind buy, 100%. Fahrenheit. All I can say is this. To me, it's a blind buy. Maybe to you it's not. So if you don't like suede, rum, leather, violet note, kind of a petrol feel, gasoline type smell, which is very toned down here, very uber sexy to me. If you don't like that, then it's not a blind buy. But if you're looking for something different, you like Fahrenheit or you like the Dior line and you're looking for a sexy fragrance, this can work wonders for you. So family, like, subscribe, Man Cologne channel. Praise to the Most High. Over here sweating like a dog. Praise to the Most High, and we out. Man Cologne channel. Peace.